Welcome. Today I'm doing an overview of my week with regards to the dopamine detox. So if you didn't know already, I'm on week 2. I have completed week 2. Oh, I am on week 3 now. And I'm realizing that there's a very consistent pattern. In the beginning of the week when I've got school, I can really breeze through it. I don't go on YouTube Monday to Friday. But then the weekend comes along, I've got a bit more free time. My day isn't as hasn't got a fixed schedule as such, and it's easier to indulge in instant gratification. So I check my screen time on my phone, and screen time is a great way it's like an accountability partner, a great way to check if you're doing well, if you're staying away, if you're doing well on a dopamine detox. And I found out that 4 out of the 7 days last week I was away from YouTube, and I do go on YouTube every day, but only to check how this channel's going, to reply to any comments, to check if everything is swiftly flowing, uploads and views and all of that. But 4 out of 7 days I pretty much didn't go on YouTube. I didn't use it, right? I didn't use it. And for 3 of those days I was mindlessly scrolling. My lizard brain took over and I wasted hours. I actually wasted hours, which is terrible. But I'm willing to put in the work to do whatever it takes to become addiction free almost. And so 4 out of 7 days I was away. 3 of those days I was scrolling, and that was actually on a Friday and it was 3, yeah. So Monday, I was only on YouTube for 15 minutes. I don't know, maybe I caught myself doing scrolling and I turned it off instantly, but obviously that doesn't mean I was good for the whole day. I did do it, but it was a positive was that I turned off straight away. And then on Friday and Saturday, it was not good. And Sunday was very good actually, because I was busy. I was exercising, I was doing homework, and I went to sleep early. So I'm going to try my best to schedule in a not very rigid structure, strict structure, where I have to do this at I've only got this amount of time, I've got a small amount of time to do this, where I try to be super hyper productive or whatever, because it's very tough. It's not realistic. So I'm going to try to set a realistic schedule, and we'll see how it goes. So now with meditation, I've realized too that my meditation in the morning hasn't been as long, and I want it to be longer. So I'm going to try to get it back up. I've got a week of school this week, so I'm going to ensure I'm getting that 10-20 minutes in the mornings, because meditation is great for the mind, clearing the mind, just being able to build composure, build mindfulness. So if I do go on YouTube and I see some silly video that is dopamine stimulating, I know I won't click on it. I know I shouldn't click on it. So I'm going to stay out on top of that meditation. I promise. I love it. So yeah. Now, I've got a habit tracker on my wall here, and I have gone 7 days without YouTube before. 7 days without YouTube. Now, that is actually very good. I'm very proud of myself for that. And if I can go for 7 days without YouTube, I can go 14 days. If I can go 14 days without YouTube, I can go 28 days. If I can go 28 days, I can go a month. I can go 6 months. I can go a year. I can go a lifestyle, so on and so forth. Now, how can I go for 1 month, for 1 year, if I've only gone 7 days without? Or every week's pretty much the same. You got Monday to Sunday, and you go to school Monday to Friday. I do, at least. Most of you guys will. And Saturday to Sunday is usually the same. It might be different if you're on holiday, if you're off school, and you might have more free time, so there might be a greater chance that you're gonna indulge in instant gratification. You might whip out the phone and scroll for 3 hours. But personally, like, I know what I should do. I know things that I enjoy, that are delayed gratification, that I know how to relax well without loads of dopamine that can like ruin the attention span and all of this. So I know how to sort of schedule my day if I don't have school. But I'm just telling myself now, like, I can break this addiction. I would say I've got an addiction to YouTube. If I didn't have an addiction, I wouldn't be scrolling for 2 hours, like, with my lizard brain taking over. So I know I can do it. I just need to put in that work. And I promise I will. Mark my words. I will become addiction free in X number of days. I've got a goal in my mind. I will put it on my wall. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'd just rather not, like, keep it to myself so I can work towards it. And then when I do become successful with this, I will make a video on it and I will tell you how to do this and that and benefits and everything. But yeah, I know I believe in myself. I can go 7 days. I can go a month without YouTube, without scrolling mindlessly. Why would I do this? It is mindless scrolling. And I will be more productive, have more free time. And to continue, my journaling has been fantastic. Well, I've been journaling. I'm on like a 40-day streak, which I'm very happy with. And a couple of days I haven't journaled like properly, but I completed a full journal. But for 40 days, I've opened the book and I've written out most things I usually write in my journal. Again, I'll talk about what I write in my journal in another video, because it's like I can go into so much detail here with this book, with what I write in it. But 40 days, and not only is that a 40-day streak, there have been tough times. There have been a few days where I've been journaling at 11 p.m. One time, actually, in the past week, I finished journaling at 12 a.m. Now, of course, this is not good. I should be asleep for a couple of hours by 12 a.m. But it reflects how purposeful journaling is to me, and the massive reason I have to do it behind me. If you have a purpose, you should already know this. If you watch these videos, if you have a purpose, a reason to do something, you're going to do it well and you're going to stay consistent. And that is what is the case with me and my journaling. And from this, I can learn that I need to have a purpose as to why I should destroy this addiction onto YouTube, as to why I shouldn't go on it, and as to like other things I can do that will benefit me in a greater way. I'm in fact, right? I'm gonna write down in this journal, or it's actually finished. I'm gonna write down, find some paper, maths book or whatever, take it out of there, and I'm gonna write down what my purpose is with trying to stop YouTube, why I should do it, and I'll edit into this video a little video of what I wrote. And you can read what I wrote if you want. If you're struggling with what I'm struggling with too, I may be doing better than you, so I may be closer to solving my addiction. Don't worry, don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to me. Just focus on yourself. But you can read it. You can have a read. You can, if you're struggling with it, you can read it if you want and do this yourself. And yeah, I'm gonna make sure I edit this in, so I do it. And this video is not gonna drop without the editing. So yeah, and yeah. I've also got a goal for this week, and that is to be 5 days away from the screen. 5 days away from YouTube, I mean. Now, when it comes to YouTube, I think you can have two different types of instant gratification. One can be controlled relaxation, a controlled relaxation purpose. You can use YouTube for a controlled relaxation purpose, or you can use it for a bad purpose. You can use it to mindlessly scroll. This isn't really controlled, it's uncontrolled. And relaxation, I wouldn't know. I don't think you would call it relaxing, because your brain's all over the place. You've got 50 different thoughts racing in your head at one time. You got, oh yeah, this short, this TikTok, this rubbish. And because you're like scrolling at a faster rate than you're thinking, than the speed of light or whatever, and you can't think straight. That's the bad type of instant gratification. And we need to, if we have an addiction, which I do have an addiction to YouTube, but I'm going to destroy it, I'm going to get out of it, we need to be able to use the good type of instant gratification. We need to control ourselves. Like, you can't click your way out of an addiction. You can't go 10 years smoking cigarettes every day, eating burgers every day, eating junk food, sugar, processed food every day, and then for the next month eat healthily, eat clean. Because in your head, your brain is programmed to supply dopamine from these sources, and it's like you're addicted to it. That's what an addiction is. You rely on dopamine from this. This is your happiness almost. So to solve this addiction, we need to slowly cut down on it, which is what I'm going to do by going 5 days off next week, which is my goal, from 4 to 5, 4 last week, 5 this week. And once you just cut it down slowly until you can get to 0, which is my ultimate goal with this YouTube, with what I said, X number of days. Now, we are going to cut it down very, very slowly. I'm going to write down, I'm going to remember like 2 or 3 hours of YouTube, of instant gratification. I can include music, a week. So I can slowly cut it down. And yeah, something was in my head I wanted to say, but yeah, that's the YouTube side of things. That's the sort of screen side of things. We're obviously trying to completely cut it out, because screens, pixels, all of that is GMO, not good, man-made. We're animals, we belong in the wild, we belong with the natural nature. But now with the more natural side of things, my diet's been fantastic. I'm very happy with this. As I said last video, with the Dopamine Detox video, I'm not going to eat anything bad on Sunday. So I didn't. I had a very relatively healthy day yesterday. It was good. I had baked beans for dinner. Like, you might think that's unhealthy, but I think it's good. Like, it's protein, fiber. I didn't have like English breakfast, salt and everything. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to break this pattern of sort of consistent healthy and unhealthy eating, where I eat healthily Monday to Saturday, and then something unhealthy on a Sunday. I'm intrigued to see what the benefits will be. Of course, I'm not looking out for like 50 times sized biceps or whatever. I'm looking forward to what I'm going to feel like, because I'm going to be going now 2 weeks with eating healthily as opposed to 6 days. And I'm going to smash those goals. I'm going to come back in a week's time to see how this week will go. It will go well. I'm going to work towards it. I'm going to stay disciplined, stay on top of things. And I'm going to remind myself before the end of the video is that I need to schedule myself time for nature. Because nature, it's sort of, I don't know, you could call it downtime. Like time where I relax, where I refresh my mind. People, if you're like 5 hours, like a couple hours after revising, most people will grab the phone and scroll. But I know that's not good for me. And the most productive thing to do is to schedule in some like relaxation, and to know the exact amount you need so you can get back to working towards your goals. So I'm going to schedule it in, try like 3 times a week, 3-4 times in nature this week, like 2-3 by myself. And that's going to help me reach my goals for this week. Yeah, and I'm going to remember to accept, adapt, and overcome.